everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I just got a haircut and I did bring back my bangs. They were kind of grown out a little bit, so I'm super excited just to have a little bit of bang and a little bit of movement back into my hair. And I went and got some boba tea, so that makes me feel extra great. And it's awesome outside. I don't know about anybody else, but spring is in full effect. So I'm super excited, and I figured I'd sit down and do a little bit of filming today. The biggest thing about this vlog, it is going to be me reading throughout my week. So it is going to be a little bit different, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. But the 3 books that I plan to tackle, they have been on my reading list for a while now. So I'm excited to finally get those knocked out. But are these, and I'm so excited. So the first one is The 13th Child. This is by Erin Craig, and it is a fantasy / romance. So I'm super excited to dive into it. And then this is a duology, and I've seen it everywhere. I've heard raving reviews for it, but I finally have found time to dive into them. So the first book in this duology is Divine Rivals, and the second one is Ruthless Vows. So we'll see how it goes. Those are going to be the books that I do plan to read over this course of the week. And while I'm at it, I figured, you know, I'll just sprinkle in a few of my everyday activities as well. Alrighty, so quick update. I have made it to chapter 41 in Divine Rivals, and it's gone by so fast. But to start off with, we meet Iris and we meet Roman, who are the 2 columnists who are competing for the 1 position. Iris is poor. She only has her mother and her brother, while Roman comes from a very wealthy family. And they're kind of considered like new money, if you will, in the story. And he does not have a very good relationship with his parent. Iris, on the other hand, her mother, she's a drunk. And mostly that's due to the fact her son is gone to war and she hasn't heard from him in a very long time. So that drives Iris's mother to drink and lose essentially her spark in life. So that's kind of like the dynamic between the 2 different type of family structures within the story. And then Iris, she's a very quiet, controlled, and strong individual who hates to have people pity her. Roman, on the other hand, comes off a little bit aloof, a little bit of a jerk, but definitely their banter back and forth is very funny. It's very cute. I love how competitive they are against one another, and you can definitely start to see the blossoming of their like enemies going to lovers kind of transition, because you get to see Roman truly begin to care for Iris, and you know, all the introduction of the different magical systems and everything like that is really interesting to see. But those are my thoughts for this book so far. Like I said, I am on chapter 41, so I pretty much am almost ending this book. So I only need chapter 42 and the epilogue, and then I'm going to be jumping into the second part of the story, or the second part of this duology. So I'm really interested to see where their story goes. But so far, I've really been loving this storyline. Alrighty, so I'm here at a sustainability event, and yeah, just to hear about different efforts being made by the biomanufacturing or biotechnology field, so this should be interesting. Alrighty, so I wanted to stop and give you guys a quick update. I am on chapter 9, and quite a bit has happened in the first 8 chapters. In the first 8 chapters, kind of learned on how Merrick becomes Hazel's godfather, kind of the dynamic of Hazel and her parents while she waits for Merrick to return and take her into his world. And she has suffered a lot in these first few chapters. She's unwanted, uncared for during her time she is with her parents. So that's quite sad. But once Merrick returns and he finally does pick her up, it seems like he cares deeply for her, which is quite surprising considering that he just disappeared and didn't come to her aid or pick her up until she pretty much turned 13. So that's what we have so far, and I'm enjoying the writing style. I'm enjoying the world building in this so far. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated.
So I put it in the basket. I wrote this one. It's Taylor Swift's life, and she followed her dreams, and it was really good because you should follow your dreams. And at the end of Taylor Swift book, it says follow your dreams too.
Yeah, I got what I came for, which was the classics. So yay! Alrighty, I am officially home from work and I've changed, I'm cozy. So now I'm ready to kind of give you guys an update on how Divine Rivals ended. So Divine Rivals ended with Kit disappearing and Iris and her brother reconnecting. And I won't say much more than that. but I am officially going to start Ruthless Vows to figure out what happens next. I really enjoyed the first book. It was really great. I had a nice pace to it. Like I said before, I really liked the connection that Kit and Iris have together. I love the banter. I love everything about it. It was great. And now I'm going to be jumping into the second book. So hopefully it's equally as great, and I'll keep you guys updated. It's officially Friday and I am finally off of work, and now I'm going to go to a doctor's appointment first because health comes first, and then after that I am going to go out with my best friend just to do some girl activities, and we're probably gonna squeeze in Barnes & Noble in there. Now, have I gone to Barnes & Noble already this week? Yes, I have. Will I make another trip to Barnes & Noble? Absolutely. So yeah, I'm gonna take you guys along with me. Best friends. And then I'm here having lunch with my bestie. It's been months and we absolutely needed this, and I'm so excited. I'll show you guys what we're eating soon because we're indulging. Date today. She's over here putting her pink. Yours looks so good. Oh, it smells like mint. Snacks. They have snacks. Oh my god, they got chocolate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at how good this looks. Ooh, that milk strawberry banana. The Sunday bash. Funfetti. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So we said we were splurging. But I think we're gonna over splurge. So yeah, I'm getting chocolate. Good morning, friends. So it's Saturday morning. I am well rested and I need to go do some errands this morning, and I have a request from my kids to stop at Starbucks and get them some drinks, and my fur babies really wanted to go out today, so I brought them along with me so they can get their little pup cups. I don't know, I feel like they know when I'm going to go to Starbucks because they get so rowdy, they will legit not let me leave the house without them. So look at how good they are. They absolutely love being in the car. they get a little nervous. Alrighty, so while I wait for my order, I figure I'd give you guys an update for Ruthless Vows. I'm really enjoying the back and forth between Kit and Iris, as well as how the tables have turned. Because in the first book, Kit was the one who first received the letters from Iris. He knew who she was, but he did not disclose like who he was in the first book, right? And now in Ruthless Vows, Iris knows who he is, but he has no idea who Iris is. And I found that to be so fun, and I really like to see how the story is unfolding, if you will.
You want a drink tray?
Yes, please.
Gotcha. There's those cups.
Thank you.
Of course.
Look! Are you? Here you go, Mama. Alright, here's yours. Oh, here, take it. Alrighty. They now have their pup cups.
You have a good day now.
Thank you. You too. Alrighty, now that everyone is settled and they have their drinks in hand, I will continue what I was saying in my car. So building off of what I already said, I like how the tables have turned in regards to the communications between Kit and Iris. But I love the things that Iris is doing in order to make this happen, because she did lose her typewriter in the first book, and she does something really cool in the second book to essentially get back in communication with Kit. So I won't say what she does, but I love it. I love it for her. And also I like to see how Rebecca Ross is giving us the backstory to the gods and why the war is happening. So I'm enjoying that aspect. And now I do want to talk a little bit about the 13th Child. We're learning about Hazel and the different gods in her world, and it's just interesting to see her develop her gift, if you will, in the book. So I won't say too much more than that as an update, and I'll try to not spoil any of the ending for my future updates, but that's where I am so far in my reading right now. Alrighty, so I have finished Ruthless Vows, and man, what a ride. It was really, really good. I did not expect Iris to take such a leading role when it came to the conclusion of the war, but I love to see it. I love to see her kind of fire when it came to being in opposition of being used on the wrong side of this war as well. That was awesome. And I also love to see Kit absolutely go out of his way to ensure that Iris was safe, and even to his own detriment. So I really like that as well. Overall, there was only one thing I did not like in this book, and that was one death in particular. I won't say which one, but I felt like it wasn't needed. I felt like the plot itself was pretty good without that person dying, but I feel like I do get where Rebecca Ross was going with that. I wish she hadn't done it. But other than that, it was a really great read, and I think I'm going to give it a 3.75 because overall I really enjoyed this book, as well as, or just the duology in general. Now I'm going to go finish up 13th Child, and I'll be back to give you guys my thoughts on that one. Alrighty, so I am outdoors with my dogs, and I figured I'd give you an update when it comes to the 13th Child. This book, hands down, was so good. The story was amazing. I loved it from the beginning to the end, and I loved Hazel so much. There were times in the story that I was very frustrated with her because her godfather Merrick bestows the gift of healing to her, but throughout the story it feels like she's kind of caught up with some of the limitations that her healing has, and I feel like she was so caught up in trying to save everyone that she didn't understand that everyone must come to an acceptance, that death will always come for them, right? So that was my only thing. I wish she would have understood that while it was a double-edged sword, at the same time it was a very beautiful gift, and I wish she would have chosen certain things differently, but at the same time, overall, the story at the end comes together beautifully, and that's what I'll leave it at because I don't want to give any spoilers. But Erin Craig, you did that. It was really good, and highly recommend to anyone who hasn't actually read this book before. It's super good. Also, another thing I kind of wanted to share with you guys, because I didn't show this at the beginning of me reading this, but look at how beautiful this book is. I love the design because the sleeve obviously is beautiful, but I really liked how well designed this book is. So it says beautiful on my bookshelf. But anyways, but yeah, that was pretty much it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and if you like this video, I would love it if you could hit that like button down below, and I would love to hear from you guys, especially if you've read any of the books that I was talking about in this vlog today. Please drop any of that in the comments, because I would love to have some back and forth when it comes to maybe what you thought of the books, what you did like, what you didn't like as well. And I'd like to invite you to subscribe as well. I am posting more regularly on here, and your support would mean the world to me. But hopefully you guys have a good rest of your week, and I'll catch you on the next one.